The chapter begins in the flower capital. Kinemon and the rest of the Red Scabbards noticed that someone was approaching the city. Kinemon says Luffy Dono and his friends can't figure out what's going on. Then they went to deal with the intruder. Ryokugyu continued walking towards the flower capital. He thought of something. Ryokugyu, the ability to influence others, that's something that is quite difficult to achieve. Suddenly Reizu, Shinobu, Inuarashi, Denjiro, Nekomamushi and Kawamatsu appeared in front of Ryo to stop him. Ryo, samurai, don't get in my way. Reizu says that the man is someone from the Marines and Denjiro says that he is one of Luffy's enemies from the outside world. Ryo, guys. How much do you guys know about the outside world? Kenryubito is the god of this world. Countries like you, that are not affiliated with the world government have no right. Sorry, but that's how the world works. Ryo put his hand on the ground and started planting all kinds of plants to attack them. Ryo, Kiniku Mori Mori, I'm a user of Mori Mori no Mi, a forest man. Ryo keeps talking. Ryo, I'll teach you a lesson about humanity. We need to create lower beings to live. Everyone can survive by looking down on non-affiliated countries. Discrimination is what gives us stability. Ryo, countless people can die in this country and no law will be broken. Stop me if you can. I will kill thousands of people if I need to catch Straw Hat. Luffy Yamato appeared behind Kinemon and hit Ryokugyu in the head with his kanabo, knocking Ryo to the ground. Yamato tells Ryo that everything he said is unforgivable. Yamato's attacks damage Ryo, said to have very strong haki. Yamato says that Wano Kuni has suffered 20 years of tyranny, and now that the country is finally free, he will not let anyone interfere with their well-deserved celebration. Ryo, who are you? Yamato, I'm Yamato, son of Kaido. Ryo, Kaido's son? Momonosuke also arrived on the battlefield in dragon form. Momo, I agree with you, Yamato. We won't let you touch our hero who is still recovering. Ryo, a dragon? Momonosuke tried to imitate Kaido's dragon breath, but he couldn't use the attack. Ryo was surprised. Ryo, what is it supposed to be? Seeing his attack fail, Momo ran towards Ryo and bit his body. Momo then tried to keep Ryo away from the flower capital. He didn't want to scare people anymore. Ryo was surprised to see the pink dragon. He had never heard of such an ability exist. He then tells Spectre to get out of the way. Yamato tries to help Momonosuke. Yamato, Momo-kun. Momo, Yamato. Stay away from this. Yamato, what? Cut to the sea near Wano Kuni. We can see the Shanks pirate ship is there. Part of the crew told Shanks that they wanted to see Luffy because he had become a great pirate. Shanks remembered the last time he was in the Wano Kuni Sea, when they separated Oden that day. He also thought that Momo and Hiyori must have grown up. Lucky Roo, boss. Let's meet Luffy. Bonk punch. Luffy is absolutely amazing. Usopp, wait a minute, if I'm not mentally ready to meet Usopp. Lime juice, what is this? The boy is also here. Didn't he fight against us not too long ago? Shanks sees Luffy's wanted poster. Shanks, so this a brief flashback begins. The pirate ship Shanks chases a marine battleship. Ben Beckman informs Shanks that there are CP9 members on the battleship, but Shanks doesn't care and orders the attack. The young Who's Who asked the pirates what they wanted because there was no treasure on the warship. Who's Who says they have very few Akuma no Mi. The flashback continues with Shanks remembering some of the scenes with Luffy in Fuchsia Village in the moment where Shanks sacrificed his arm to save Luffy. A brief flashback begins. The pirate ship Shanks chases a marine battleship. Ben Beckman informs Shanks that there are CP9 members on the battleship, but Shanks doesn't care and orders the attack. The young Who's Who asked the pirates what they wanted because there was no treasure on the warship. Who's Who says they have very few Akuma no Mi. The flashback continues with Shanks remembering some of the scenes with Luffy in Fuchsia Village in the moment where Shanks sacrificed his arm to save Luffy. Shanks talks to his crewmates. Shanks, I have no intention of meeting Luffy. Lucky Roo, whata? Shanks, can you remind me what's happening in our area right now? Howling Gab, oh yeah, you're talking about a guy called Barda or something, looks like he's one of Luffy's subordinates. He burned our flag and turned it into Luffy's. Shanks, well, we have to go over it. Or what will happen to my credibility? Red hair pirate, if you put it like that, but we still think Shanks sat down at the table next to Ben Beckman and served himself a cup of sake. Shanks, hey Beck, I think it's time to join the fight for One Piece. Cut to the naval headquarters in the New World. A meeting was taking place. An unknown marine tells Akainu that they cannot let the revolutionaries continue to do as they please. Akainu tells him he already knows, but they don't have enough troops for everything. We saw that Akainu, Kizaru, and the unknown marines were at the gathering. Unknown Navy, the man called Sabo, Emperor of Fire, is now a hero around the world. Nefertari Cobra is the only member of the 20 kingdoms that founded the world government 800 years ago, participating in leveling. The assassination of this person was an important achievement for the Revolutionary Army. As this unknown marine puts it, we see a newspaper headline, which says, Sabo killed King Nefertari Cobra of the Kingdom of Arabasta. Then the unknown marine spoke about what happened on the land of Mary Joie while the levely was being celebrated. Unknown Navy, hours before the assassination. In the Tenryubito residential area, in the land of the gods, the coat of arms of the world nobles. Heavenly Dragon's nail was destroyed. It was a declaration of war. As he speaks, we see the Tenryubito flag flying above a building, burning during the incident. Unknown Navy, Army of Marines led by Admirals Ryo and Fujitora attend the summons of the nobles. But in the end, the revolutionaries were able to free Bart Kuma, a former member of the Revolutionary Army who became the slave of the Tenryubito. And they all escaped. The admiral might not be able to fight well in the land of the gods. Akainu, you don't need to make excuses on their behalf. And what about the disappearance of Princess Vivi, which coincided with the murder of King Cobra? We see again the newspaper headlines reporting Vivi's disappearance. An unknown marine is presented. He is a man with white hair and black glasses. He is Kuroma, the head of the Marine Criminal Investigation Agency. His real name is Tensai. Kuroma, we're still investigating the disappearance, and its possible connection to the incident. Akainu, Arabasta is probably in a mess right now. Kuroma, their ship is still in Red Harbor. I don't think it's time for them to return. Kizaru, was there an attempted assassination incident regarding Saint Charlos, resolved? Kuroma, regarding Saint Miasgard and how he helped the suspect to escape. There is a trial in the land of the gods, where the night's god intervened, which made things even more complicated. Akainu, let them do what they want. Kuroma, rumor has it that Sabo is the one who might be pulling the strings behind all these incidents. And the Eight Nations Revolution took place, aiming for the return of world leaders. Rebellion sparks all over the world. They started to treat that person like God. In the last double page we see the state from chapter 1053 where the giant image of Sabo is in a building. There was a man with a megaphone on the stage while people cheered, Sabo, Emperor of Fire Kuroma. It could even be said that his popularity has surpassed the influence of the commander-in-chief of the Revolutionary Army Kizaru, and then, right at this moment, his little brother, Straw Hat Luffy, became one of the Yonku. The man with the megaphone started talking to the people. Revolutionary man, the old system has been destroyed by the pirates of the Flame Emperor's younger brother, right now. This era is changing. In the last panel of the chapter, we see Akainu looking out at the sea from his office. Akainu, looks like I've become a fleet admiral at this point. But no matter what happens, I'll finish them all off. Thanks for walking.